Hello and welcome to News in Brief from Marjayat Global Network. Grand Ayatollah Shirazi met different figures, groups of scholars, seminary and university teachers and students, intellectuals, religious, cultural and social activists and the public followers of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi attended a separate meeting sessions with the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi at his central office in the holy city of Qom. During these daily meetings, these guests gave reports of their activities and listened to the advices and suggestions of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi. Projects and activities by institutes dependent to Grand Ayatollah Shirazi. Following the guidelines and recommendations by the Islamic leader and jurist Grand Ayatollah Shirazi, who always emphasizes on widespread cultural programs in Iraq, several institutes dependent to the Grand Jurist held cultural and charitable programs. In this regard, the office of the eminent Ayatollah Shirazi in Holy Karbala welcomed some academic and religious personalities, as well as some university teachers and students from different cities of Iraq. During these meetings, the guests met with the director of this office and gave reports of their activities. In the end, they listened to a speech by Sheikh Talib al-Salehi and other members of this office. In addition, some managers of religious and cultural institutes dependent to Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Maysan province, in the company of some cultural and religious activists from this province, paid a visit to the office of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Basra city and met with Sheikh Nazar Hassan, the director of this office. Both sides talked about expanding cultural and religious activities. In the light of these activities, the Women Institute of Rasul Azam in Basra held some charity works that included distribution of life necessities and other financial gifts to the poor, orphans, fatherless families, and the families of the martyrs. In this program, tens of families were covered. In the Iraqi capital, Baghdad, the managers of Baghdad Cultural and Islamic Center held some meeting sessions with some delegations from other cultural, religious and charity foundations in the city. The Society of Philanthropists in Baghdad and Rasul Azam Mosque and Islamic Center were among these centers too. SRW condemns brutal raids to Shia houses in Saudi Arabia and Bahrain. In recent days, the Saudi and Bahraini regime have triggered another wave of their brutal raids on Shia civilians in these countries. Although Shia civilians in Saudi Arabia and Bahrain have suffered long-time discriminations, yet these unlawful acts of the regime were never officially verified. However, this new wave of attacks, due to its brutal nature, is reported as unprecedented by local witness. Following these incidents, Shia Rights Watch, a human rights organization supported by Islamic leader Ayatollah Shirazi, has vehemently condemned these attacks on Shia civilians and called for an immediate reaction by the international community.